So in Yaakov attracted Nedarim, we are continuing with the title, Learn Torah out of love. We learned in a Baisa, it says, you must make the choice to love God, your Lord, to obey Him, and to attach yourself to Him. Deuteronomy 30:20. This means that a person should not say, I will learn Chumash so that people should call me a learned man who knows the basic laws. I will learn Mishnah so that people will call me rabbi. I will learn Mishnah and Gemara in depth so that I should become the head of a yeshiva. Rather, you should learn out of love, and the honor will come in due time. For it says, bind them, the words of the Torah, on your fingers. Inscribe them on the tablet of your heart. Proverbs 7:3. So that you will never forget them, like a person who ties a string around his finger as a reminder. And it also says, its ways are ways of pleasantness. A person who learns Torah becomes a more pleasant person. And it is a tree of life for those who grasp it. And its supporters will be happy. Rabbi Elazar ben Tzadok said, perform mitzvahs for the sake of their Maker, because God commanded them, and speak of them for their own sake, and not for the sake of a reward. Do not make the Torah a crown for self-glorification, nor a spade with which to dig. Do not study the Torah for ulterior motives. That's what it means. And this follows from logical reasoning. If Belshazzar, who used holy vessels, that we mentioned yesterday, that had lost their sanctity, was uprooted from the world, that he was slain, how much more so, Belshazzar, by the way, was the king prior to Achashverosh. And he was uprooted from the world, how much more so a person who uses the crown of Torah, whose sanctity is everlasting. Rava said, if a scholar comes to a place where he is not known, he may tell people who he is. For it says, Ovadia, introducing himself to Elijah, said, your servant has feared God since my youth. 1 Kings 18:12. The Gemara asks, if a person is allowed to identify himself, why was Rabbi Tarfon distressed about revealing? Remember the story of Rabbi Tarfon, that he was the owner of the field thought that he was stealing, so he picked him up, put him on his back. Then he said, woe to Tarfon that he's going to die. The guys understood that it was Rabbi Tarfon, so he put him down. Then Rabbi Tarfon, for the rest of his life, was uncomfortable that he thought in his eyes, he used the Torah to save his life. Well, the Gemara says, if Ovadia was able to introduce himself as a God-fearing person, why Rabbi Tarfon felt bad about the situation? Why was Rabbi Tarfon distressed about revealing his name to the owner of the field? The Gemara answers, he was very wealthy, and he should have appeased them with money. Like we said, he should have asked him, I'll pay you for whatever, even though he was not the guy who took before the harvest. He came only after the harvest. But he should have offered him money, rather than disclose his name. Rava pointed out a contradiction between two verses. It says, your servant has, that's the Ovadia Prophet Ovadia's statement, your servant has feared God since my youth. And another passage says, let another praise you, but not your own mouth. Don't praise yourself. Let other praise you. It's saying that the baker doesn't testify for his own bread. Meaning, if you want to say that it's good, give it to people to try, and they should say it's good. If you're saying it's good, it's not credible. You're the one who made it. So the Gemara answers, one verse refers to a place where you are known. There you should not praise yourself. The other to where you are unknown. And then you're allowed to tell them, who are you? Like Ovadia said to Eliyahu. Rava said, a young scholar is allowed to say, I am a Torah scholar. Decide my case first. I have to go back to learn. Meaning, if you go before a court, say, I'm learning in yeshiva, I gotta go. I don't want to waste time. For it says, and David's sons were priests. Were they then priests? Of course not, but they were Torah scholars. And as such, they enjoyed the same privileges as priests. That's an interpretation of Ran. Just as a priest receives his portion first, so is a Torah scholar entitled to get a preferential treatment. And how do we know that a Kohen goes first? For it says you must strive to keep him holy, since he presents the food offering to God. Leviticus 21:8, which was expounded in the yeshiva of Rabbi Shmuel. You must keep him holy in everything that has to do with holiness. We show reference to we show a deference or difference to the Kohen. He is the first to be called up to the reading of the Torah. He is the first to recite Birkas HaMoitzi over the bread before the meal, and to lead in Birkas HaMozen after the meal. And when someone divides something with a Kohen, for example, a property, the Kohen has the right to choose which portion he wants. He gets the right of way, the first right of refusal. Right?
But I get a Kohen as the team captain in the soccer team, so he chooses the side first.
Yeah, no, but it's not really the first choice of refusal. Rather, he can choose which portion he wants. Okay, Bruchim to you.